All right, welcome to DNTV.TV. We're working on the computer today, and we're going to bounce around some of the stories and items that are making news today. Making news today for tomorrow is the end of Sedo's Great Domains, or used to be called Great Domains, monthly auction. I would love to know how you officially pronounce Sedo or Sedo, but I'm going to go with Sedo. And we went ahead and went through some of the names that are for sale. They have their usual assortment of premium names in multiple TLDs for domain owners worldwide. So some of the ones that we thought were particularly attractive, we've got a three-letter domain topping the list, pdz.com, which already has a 33,000 euro bid, which a long time ago might have meant 40,000 or 45,000, but now it's about 37,000, I think. Anyway, this would be called a Chinese premium to the extent that it doesn't have a vowel and doesn't have a V. 3 years ago, it would probably be called a single premium. Well, maybe PND being premium, Z not being. Anyway, the Z at the end seems attractive. A lot of brands use it. I don't know if you could say this would be PAIDS, but you might be able to brand it that way. But anyway, a very attractive Chinese premium, three-character name, currently at 33,000 euro. I could see that one going to 40 or 45,000 by the time it's over. It has met reserve, and it's one of the few that has. I did try to sort here by last bid, and I would love it if their system would actually allow me to do it, but it seems to sort all over the place. So maybe it's the time of the last bid and not the amount of the last bid. Anyway, second one we'll talk about is Golu.com, if I'll pronounce that right. We do have a CVCV. It's at 2,200 bucks currently. It's running, and normally they used to show me whether it had met reserve or not, but they don't. So this is in the watch list portion. Maybe in the auction view portion it does show it. Single character number, 5.TDE, great name. One of the most popular CCTLDs with a single letter. Expect that one to go up from here. Houses.co.uk doesn't have a bid yet, but it's interesting. I wish they would include on this whether or not you get houses.uk. I think you do, assuming this was registered before and no one else took priority. One of the best .coms on there is contents.com. Content.com would be smoking hot, but contents.com still gives you a one-word dictionary name. We don't really use table of contents anymore, but I think that it could be made into a great brand. It's easily memorable. DVXX, another four-letter premium, already met reserve at 160 bucks. The V makes it a Chinese non-premium, but I think just the ability in other languages as well as English to be DVXX. Maybe there's a video format that comes out that's better than DVX. It's DVXX, so we kind of like the name. Moi.co. So I think that's how you would pronounce moi, as in excusez-moi or pardon-moi. Anyway, it doesn't have the little thing on there, but anyway, we thought it was interesting. You look at it first, you're not sure what it is. But we think that's moi.co, which could be interesting. This was an interesting one. We just kind of liked it. Secreto. It sounds like the old Saturday Night Live show where Adam Sandler is singing, I have a secreto. So there's my chance to sing today. Anyway, whether it's not speculating on 100 bucks, I don't know, but we thought it was a nice name in there. Locations.biz, we threw it on there because don't forget about .biz. A lot of the one words were taken for a long time. It's a short word. I think location.biz would be terrific. So this seems to be a second tier name. So I probably don't expect it to get a bid, but it just reminded me to remember .biz. PokerBot, another strong .com in the poker industry. JUP.com. So this is interesting in that it's a Chinese non-premium because it has a vowel in it, but it's pronounceable, which makes it an old school premium three-letter name, pronounceable as JUP.com. Pasta.de. So we thought this was interesting because when we look at country code domain names, you have to look at the fact that the DE is normally associated with the German word, yet in this case, pasta, although a hugely popular word, may or may not be what they call it in Germany. So in this case, you have the English word here, and then you have the CCTLD. It already has some bids, and it may do great, but I think if I knew how to say pasta in German, that would be the one to go after. Once again, a one-character .de, which we just think are going to be scarce. We think the country code TLDs, no matter what you think about the new TLDs, the country code TLDs certainly have traction in their home countries and will continue to have traction, we believe. Hips.com, whether it's because of your figure, the part of the body, or I think there might be some other uses. You got hips.com, pronounceable, 4-letter English dictionary word. The last bid was $5,000. And then we thought this one was interesting. If you're really searching for a brandable, you can go for moveit.com, MUV.IT, which is the country code for Italy, but can also be used to make some pretty neat brandables. So that's a little about what's going on today at the Sedo auction. The other thing that's going on is we have a video up on DNTV that talks about premium name pricing. And in that video, we talked about a couple of the places where you go to find premium name pricing. And one of the things we learned was .club now has premium pricing for their domain names in the first year and then regular renewals afterwards. So if you go to, say, Hexanet at hexanet.com, you'll see children's.club, and it'll show you that it's a $5,000 price in the first year, and then it's $1,650 a year in future years. Now that's helpful because it tells you it is a premium name in the first year, but you also know that it's got regular renewals after. And what we found is some of the other registrars haven't always been as clear. Uniregistry, when we first did a bulk search, made it look like it was a big premium price every year, but they've since fixed that. I talked to Michael Ward today over there, and they've got it all fixed. And if you had done a single search for it, it would have shown correctly. But here's a case where if you went to GoDaddy, you'd see children's.club as a premium name, $4,999 a year. And then it says $4,999 a year when you renew. So we think that because when Club launched initially, they didn't have a lot of premiums, that maybe the registrars are still set up to show whatever the first year is as the future years. So that might scare you away from buying this name. But in reality, it's got regular renewals from here on in. Some other news that hit today is .amsterdam launched. We looked on registered.today and saw that 50,000 .amsterdam names were registered today, and it made us think that they either had some type of release period for Amsterdam residents or something. But if you look here, 50,719 registrations, including 0.amsterdam. We noticed that a lot of names were listed more than once. So it's possible that that 50,000 total isn't accurate, because we see a lot of names are listed at least twice. So even if you cut that number in half, they did 25,000. Anyway, we think geo and city TLDs are great uses of the new TLD system, whether it's a shared country code that's been adopted for a city or a new TLD. .amsterdam is out there, and you can go to nick.amsterdam or their Facebook page. They've done a really good job of marketing. You can hit English to translate the page into English. Or for those of you that have never done it, if you right-click in Google Chrome, you can right-click, and there's a thing here that says Translate to English. So you can translate any page with the right-click and the Translate to English. When we started looking at .club names, one of the things that we remembered was a great site that we use quite often, which is domcomp, D-O-M-C-O-M-P, and it's a way that we can go use to look and see where is the best place to register a new TLD. So say we did like .LA in this case, which is a TLD that I'm involved with. We can sit here and type it in, and you'll see down here that you can get them for $22.50 at Hexanet, $29 at United Names, $29.75 at domain.com. And if you sit here and you say we want to type in .club, whoops, then it'll go ahead and show you that you can get them for $424 at domain.com, $454 at Big Rock, or $499 at Dotster. And if you want to click on this, it'll give you everyone else, so you can see that some of the other major players are around $9 or $10. So anyway, shout out to the guys at DomComp. They do a good job. It's a great place to go and find out the cheapest place to register a new TLD. So in today's report here at the computer, well, we've got the Sedo Great Domains Auction tomorrow. Take a look at the inventory. We've got a lot of new TLDs that are coming up with premiums. No premiums, so be careful where you shop and where you register. I think it's important to know whether you're paying that high first-year price for the first year or the second year. And one of the last things I wanted to mention, because it took us a while to figure this out, so we use Uniregistry a lot to do domain names, and we weren't sure at first whether or not you could do bulk search with Uniregistry, but we reached out to them today, and what they basically say is go ahead and put in as many names as you want in this first box here, and go ahead and type in 500 or 100 or 200 or 300 names, and then you'll get the results and you'll get the return on a page. So it's not just for one name. You can put as many names as you want right there in that box. And so that's a way that was helpful for us to use Uniregistry a little better. All right, thanks a lot. Happy domaining, and thanks again for viewing today's screenshot computer episode of DNTV.TV.